Hi everyone, this is Hillary from Elements at Berkeley Square, and today I'm going to lead you through a floor yoga class. Now, if that isn't your thing, I've got lots of other options for chair yoga classes as well, so you're welcome to tune in for those. But today I thought I'd switch things up and provide another option. The only thing you need for this is a yoga mat, and I'm also using some yoga blocks to work as bolsters. You could use a pillow also. So make sure that your workspace is clean and that you've got some water close by if you need it. And let's go ahead and get started. So to begin with, I'm going to take a seat on my yoga blocks. And by having a raised seat, you're able to help lengthen the low back, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you to sit cross-legged, your legs can extend out long. And of course, you could also come off of your blocks and have your legs out long or legs crossed. So find a seat. Find a comfortable seat for you that supports your body and sit up nice and tall. Start to ground down through your sit bones. So you might wiggle back and forth a little bit. Feel your sit bones anchoring down into the floor, into the pillows. And then feel your spine rise up, lengthening through the crown of your head and circling the shoulders back and down. Your hands might rest on your thighs or on the floor. And see if you can draw the shoulder blades together. Maybe the hands come a little closer to your hips. And then begin to draw your bandhas in. So we're drawing the navel in towards the spine and lifting up the pelvic floor. And all of those engagements help to support your low back, which is so important in everything that you do. So while maintaining those engagements, go ahead and close your eyes and begin to tune into your breath. So maybe you bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your stomach and feel your breath move through your body. Noticing how your body expands on the inhales and contracts on the exhales. See if you can begin to even out your breath so that both the inhales and the exhales are the same length and depth. And as you relax and breathe, see if there's an area in your body that you can release tension. Maybe you soften your jaw. Maybe you just barely flutter the eyelids closed. Maybe you soften your shoulders. Or maybe you do all three. And then let's go ahead and bring our hands together in front of our hearts and take a moment to set an intention for your practice. So you might ask yourself, what is it that you'd like to cultivate in your life? Maybe you want to live more compassionately. Maybe you want to invite in more patience, more humor, more love. Whatever it is, take a moment to call that to mind. Notice how it feels to invite that emotion in. And then when you're ready, let your hands rest in your lap And we'll inhale to reach that right arm up alongside your ear, and then exhale, side bend to the left. You can bring that left hand to the floor. And then we're going to switch sides. Inhale, the left arm lifts, the right arm lowers, and exhale, side bend to the right. See if you can spiral those ribs up towards the sky. And then inhale, back to center, both arms come wide to a T. And exhale, bring your hands behind you. Start to open through your heart, open through your chest. Find a little back bend, and then inhale, walk your hands back in, sit up tall. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, and as you twist, lower your arms down. Bring the right hand behind you, and maybe the left hand rests on your left knee, or maybe it reaches across to your right knee. Drawing your navel in towards your spine, sitting up tall and strong. And then inhale, arms back up overhead, return to center, and exhale as you twist to the left. Allowing your arms to lower, bringing that left hand behind you. And then inhale back to center. All right, we're going to transition now into tabletop. So if you've got pillows or blocks, you can place them off to the side. And if you need extra knee padding, you might have 2 yoga mats, or you might have a blanket nearby or a towel that you can lay down for your knees. And we're just going to stack our joints. So spread the fingers out wide, knees under hips, and then inhale to lift your tailbone as you lift your gaze and sink your chest. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone as you round your back. Inhaling to that cow spine, and then exhaling to the cat spine. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Inhale, find your neutral tabletop position with a long spine. And let's try stepping that right leg behind you. You can keep the toes on the floor as you square your hips. And then if you'd like, try lifting your right leg, squaring your hips towards the floor. And maybe you lift the left arm as well, coming into bird dog. See if you can lengthen through the back of your neck. Flexing your ankle. And then exhale, lower your limbs back down. And we'll switch sides. Step your left foot back, press through the left heel. And maybe you stay here or lift your left leg. That right arm might lift parallel to the floor. Find your breath. And then exhale, lower your limbs back down. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. All right, let's transition now to child's pose. So you can bring your knees wide, bring your big toes together, and send your hips back towards your heels. You might extend your arms out front and let your forehead rest on the floor, or you can snap your fists. And then start to make your way back into tabletop. Stacking your joints. And this time we're going to walk the feet back and come into a plank, pressing through your heels. So if this is too challenging, you can always lower to your knees as well. Think about drawing your navel in towards your spine, sinking the chest and drawing the shoulder blades together. And then from here, we're going to transition into our downward dog. So go and pike your hips, lifting them up and back. You might pedal out your feet here, bending one knee and then the other. Reaching one heel towards the floor, stretching the calf, and then reaching the other heel towards the floor. Go ahead and bend both knees and lift your hips up and back. And then start to walk your feet forward. So maybe you walk your hands back and you walk your feet forward, finding a combination so that you can come up and stand up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. So standing here, we're going to find our mountain pose. Feet are hips width apart, grounding into the floor, palms face forward. Shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, let's go ahead and walk our feet out wide, turning our heels in and our toes out. Inhale and circle, sweep your arms up overhead, and then exhale for a wide-legged squat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, wide-legged squat. Inhale, reach up. Last one, exhale, squat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Let's go ahead and turn the left toes to the left and the right toes to the right. And we're setting up for our triangle pose here. Bring your hands to your hips. Square your shoulders to the front. And with two straight legs, tilt sideways over that right thigh. So you can extend your right arm down. You can stack that left arm up. And find your breath. Really working on that core stability here. Feeling the stretch travel through your inner right thigh. And then inhale, back up to center. Exhale your left hand to your hip. Inhale, reach your right arm high to the sky, and then exhale, side bend to the left. One more time. Inhale, arms wide to a T. Exhale, slide sideways over that right leg, and then lower your right arm. Stack the left arm overhead. Circle the shoulders down and back. If you tend to lock your knees, see if you can soften them a little. Inhale back to center, and exhale your arms to your sides. Let's turn all 10 toes to face the front, and now we'll turn our left toes to face the left and angle the right heel to the right. With your hands on your hips and your spine nice and long, exhale to tilt sideways over that left thigh. Allowing your right hip to hike up, you can extend the left arm down and reach that right arm up. Think about spiraling your right ribs up towards the sky, opening through that right hip, putting little weight in your left hand. And then inhale, come back up to center. And exhale your right hand to your hip. Inhale the left arm high. And exhale side bend to the right. Inhale one more time. Arms come wide to a T. Exhale, reach that left arm to the left and then down. Stacking your right arm overhead. Opening your chest towards the front of the room. Inhale back up to center and exhale lower your arms. Go ahead and turn all 10 toes to face the front of the room and carefully walk your feet back together. All right, we're going to move through a modified sun salutation here. So let's step to the front of our mats. I'm going to turn mine to face you. And we'll inhale, stand up tall, lift your right heel, and then exhale, step it back. Find a lunge. So you're bending into that left knee, and you're also putting a little bend in that right knee as well. Shoulders are down and back. And you're working on balance as you build strength and endurance in your legs. And then on your next exhale, step your right foot forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale your hands to prayer, lift your left heel, and exhale, step your left foot back. Find this lunge, bending into both knees, lifting that left heel off the floor. Feel the shoulder blades draw together, and keeping this right knee stacked over the ankle. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, hands to prayer, lift your right heel. Again, exhale, step it back. This time, if you like, you might bring your hands to your hips. See if you can squeeze your elbows towards one another behind you. Find your breath here. Try to find that slow, deep, and even breathing. And then exhale, feet together. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, hands to prayer, lift your left heel. And exhale, step it back. Stay here or bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze your elbows behind you. Open through your heart. Protect your low back. Engaging the abdominals. And then exhale, feet together. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. We're going to add on here. So on your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. So as we do that, we're bending our knees, sending the hips back. And we're going to inhale to lift the arms. So you're coming into a squat. Sinking your hips. And then exhale, sweep your arms back. Inhale, arms lift forward. Exhale, straighten your legs. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, hands to prayer, lift your right leg. Exhale, step it back. Adjust it if you need to. And this time you might reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, lower your arms. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, hands to prayer, lift your left heel. Exhale, step it back. Stay here or reach your arms up. Exhale, arms to your side. Send that left foot forward. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back and reach up. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Inhale, lift the arms forward. See if you can sink your hips a little deeper. And then exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Very nice. All right, I'm going to turn my mat back to a lengthways position so that you can see me better there. And we're going to walk our feet out wide again. This time turning the right toes to the right and the left heel to the left with a slightly longer stance so that you can bend into that right knee. Make sure that your right knee hasn't gone beyond the ankle. So you want to protect the knee joint. Inhale, open your arms wide. And you're moving into warrior two here. Arms are extended out in either direction. Shoulder blades draw together behind you. Zipping your lower abdominals in and up. And then inhale, straighten your legs, reach up. Exhale, move into that lunge for warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Stay here and inhale your right arm up and your left hand to your hip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Find your breath. Inhale, arms come wide to a T, and exhale, straighten that right leg, lower your arms. Let's turn all 10 toes to face the front. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Angle your heels in and your toes out for a wide-legged squat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, wide-legged squat. Inhale, straighten your legs. And then exhale, just lower your arms to your sides. Turn your left toes to the left and your right heel to the right in that wider stance. Exhale, lunge into your left knee. You can go ahead and open your arms up wide into a T and think about stacking the shoulders over the hips. I see a lot of people tending to reach the shoulders forward instead of keeping them stacked. See if you can draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Drawing the lower abdominals in. And then inhale, straighten your leg, reach your arms. Exhale, bend into your left knee, lower your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Find that warrior two. This time, inhale the left arm up and the right hand to your hip. Exhale, side bend to the right. So always protecting your low back by engaging the abdominals. Inhale, arms come wide to a T, straighten that left leg and lower your arms. All right, let's go ahead and turn all 10 toes to the front and carefully walk your feet back in. We're going to transition now onto the floor again. So go ahead and make your way into a seated position. And extend your legs out long on the floor. Walk your hands in and see if you can sit up tall. Circle those shoulders down and back. And then bend your right knee, planting the foot on the floor. And you can stay here or cross the foot over your left thigh. Inhale, using your hands on your shin to sit up tall. Find length in your spine. And then exhale, twist towards your bent knee. So twisting to the right. Bring that right hand around behind you. Staying active through your left toes. And then inhale, return to center and switch sides. Exhale to bend the left knee and stay here or cross the foot over your right thigh. Inhale, holding onto your shins, see if you can sit up a little taller. And then exhale as you twist to the left. You can bring your hands behind you. And then return to center. Extend that left leg out long. And let's make our way all the way down onto our backs. You can do that however you want to. You can bend your knees and use your hands to help you lower. And take a moment here to plant your arms alongside your body, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. Start to tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Feet are hips width apart. And on your next inhale, see if you can lift your hips off the floor. So we're finding our glute bridge here, keeping your gaze up towards the ceiling, pressing through the heels, and keeping that airway open so the chin isn't clamping down to the chest or reaching way up and back, but a nice neutral position for your neck. Maybe you interlace your hands underneath your back and tuck your shoulders even further underneath you. Or maybe your arms just stay right where they are. You're building up strength in the backside of your body here. Your glutes and hamstrings, your low, middle, and upper back. And then exhale, gently lower down, one vertebra at a time. Keeping the knees bent, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Now you can stay here, or to deepen the stretch, you might lift your left foot off the floor. Maybe your hands interlace behind that left thigh, or maybe they stay on the floor. Again, using your breath to breathe into the outer right hip. And then exhale, lower your foot and uncross your legs. And let's switch sides. Left ankle over the right thigh. And you can stay here or lift that right foot off of the mat, bringing both legs closer. And maybe you stay here or interlace your hands behind the back of that right thigh. And then go ahead and lower your foot to the floor, uncross your legs, open your arms up wide to a T, and walk your feet out a little bit wider than hips width apart. Take your knees side to side, so your feet will lift off the floor, and your legs are moving kind of like windshield wipers. Using this motion to release the low back as we start to cool down and finish up our practice. So bring the knees back to center and lower both knees to the right. You can stack your thighs, keeping the left shoulder glued to the floor and your gaze up towards the ceiling. If it doesn't bother your neck, you can look to the left. So again, use your breath to release tension and tightness, allowing your body to relax into this posture. And then bring your knees back to center and take the legs over to the left side, keeping that right shoulder glued to the floor. Stacking your legs, and maybe the gaze is up towards the ceiling, or you look to the right. If you need a little extra support here, maybe you don't quite have the mobility to bring your legs to the floor, you can always use a block or a pillow to rest your legs on. And come back to center. And let's just take a minute here to relax on the floor in our Shavasana pose. So go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable. You can have your palms facing up towards the sky. You might tuck your shoulder blades underneath you one last time. Knees can be bent, and you might collapse your knees in to rest on one another, or you can extend the legs out long. And let's just find a surrender here. We're going to practice letting go. Releasing any tension in the muscles muscles of your face, unfurrowing your eyebrows, and just barely fluttering your eyelids closed. Softening your jaw. Allowing the eyes to sink deep into the sockets. For these next few minutes here, there's no expectation of anything you have to do or anyone you have to be. It's safe to completely surrender and let go. Allow your body to feel fully supported by the floor beneath you. And take a moment here to feel appreciation for your body and for everything that it does and can do. And when you're ready, start to make small movements. Maybe you wiggle your fingers and toes or stretch out long like you might in the morning. And then when you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll to one side. You might make a pillow with your upper arm. And just take a moment here to bring your awareness back to your breath. And then in your own time, you can make your way all the way up into a seated position. A seated position that's comfortable for you. And we'll close our practice with one last deep breath together. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Namaste.